Good afternoon and welcome. Southwestern Christian University basketball is back on the air. 5 o'clock game. We have Southwestern Christian Eagles taking on Central Christian Tigers. The Tigers are 13-12 on the season. They're 6-11 in conference play, while the Eagles are 15-12 on the season and 8-9 in the conference play. So we should have a good game going on here this afternoon. We're about 15 minutes away from pregame activities, and we'll take that down to the floor to Ron Drake to do the opening ceremonies. I'm Danny Nix. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play this afternoon. We are glad you have joined us for Eagle basketball from Southwestern Christian University in Bethany, Oklahoma. Should be an exciting game this afternoon with both teams. Looks like they're pretty evenly matched. Let's take it down to the floor now to Ron Drake for the opening ceremonies.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's contest. Our visiting team is Central Christian College, and here's their starting lineup. Starting at guard, number 2, Cam Martin. At guard, number 4, TJ Williams. At guard, number 10, Paul Ard. At forward, number 12, Kendrick Warren. And at forward, number 35, Nabil Asagi. Starting at guard, number 2, Sean Scott. At guard, number 4, Victor Diaz. At guard, number 15, Michael Williams. At forward, number 20, Jamari Gordon. And at center, number 21, Big Casey Cole. The Eagles coached by John Mack, assisted by Mark Laird and Isaiah Carson.
The Eagles will be trimmed in your gray uniforms, royal blue uniform. Both teams are meeting with their coaches for the final time. Eagles went down to defeat the other night at Oklahoma City University on a Thursday evening. Girls won the 3 o'clock game against Central Christian. Played very, very well that game. One of the best games I've seen them play all year long. So Casey Cole will be jumping for the Eagles, and number 12, Warren, will be jumping for the Tigers. And we're ready to put the ball in the air. Ball's in the air, and the Tigers come away with it. Martin back up top to Williams. Williams hands the ball to Ard. Back to Martin. Now the ball goes into Warren. Warren passes over to the other wing. We're going to have a foul call. That's going to be an offensive foul. Warren on that foul. That'll be his first foul. First team foul. Williams bringing the ball up for the Eagles. Hands it to Sean Scott. Sean jumps up high, misses his shot. Casey Cole grabs the rebound and puts it right back in. Good job by Casey. Williams for the Tigers. Diaz on him. Hands the ball to Martin. Martin over on the far side to Ard. Ard gets it back over here to Martin. He dribbles into the paint and makes a nice pass underneath, but missing the shot is Warren. And finally Tigers put the ball in. Diaz back up court for the Eagles. Goes around a pick set by Cole. Nice pass back to Cole. His shot was, as it went up, was stolen from him by Martin. He grabbed his own rebound, went up and shot, and he got fouled. That's going to be on the floor, so Williams will inbounds the ball for the Eagles. To Diaz. Diaz spins in, shoots, misses a little hard, and it's going to go out of bounds and still belong to the Eagles. Williams inbounds for the Eagles. Gets it to Diaz. Up to Sean Scott up the top. Gordon now to Diaz to Sean Scott. Scott back up to Williams. He shoots a long three. That's good. Eagles up 5-2. Full court pressure being applied to Williams on Martin. Martin breaks it, gets across the half court line. Now he dribbles in on Scott, goes all the way across. Over to Ard, then he puts it in the corner to Martin, and he scores a long three. Double team by the Eagles. Ball way up court. The ball's going to be thrown away by Ard as he was trying to hit Warren over on the far corner, far side of the court, way over his head. 8-5 Eagle lead here in the early going at the 17:34 mark. Williams over to Gordon. Gordon going to shoot another three. That one's no good. Casey Cole with the rebound for the Eagles. Back out to Williams. Williams thought about a three, but then he backs back out and calls the play he wants. Williams to Gordon. Gordon to Diaz. Diaz goes in. Shot's no good. Grabbed his own rebound. Puts it right back up, and he scores, and he is fouled. That foul's going to be on Ard. That'll be his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. At the line shooting one, Diaz.
Diaz will go to the line to shoot one. Second team foul on the Tigers here at the 17:06 mark. We'll keep an eye on that. Shots in the air, and that is no good. Warren pulls down the rebound for the Tigers and hands it to Martin. Martin tries to throw it into Lasagi and throw it onto the inside, and the pass wasn't good, got away from him. It'll be Eagle ball. Checking in for the Eagles is number 24, Lobo, and also number 44, Beasley. Mayon also checked in. Lobo goes in, makes a nice move, goes around his man, and scores from the baseline. 12-5, Eagle lead, 7 points now. Williams to Ard. Madkin on him, who's also into the game. Two-point shot put up and good by Martin. Had Beasley all over him, but he did a good job getting high enough in the air to shoot over him. Lobo to Scott, back to Mayon, to Madkin. Madkin goes in, throws it around, bounces off of several people, but finally it ended up going off of Madkin's leg, so it will be the Tigers' ball out underneath the basket. Full court pressure applied by the Eagles. Ball into Williams. Scott on him, man-to-man on the pressure. Gets us Osagi. And then we're going to have a offensive foul on Williams. That'll be his first foul for the Tigers.
13 foul.
Lobo gets it into Beasley. Beasley across the half-court line with Martin on him. Now he goes in, pulls it back out. Over to Mackin to Sean Scott on the far side. Scott to Mackin up top. He goes in and he's going to get fouled. Foul's going to go on Ard. That'll be Ard's second foul.
second personal.
2 fouls in less than 5 minutes.
14 foul.
Beasley setting up the offense for the Eagles up at the top of the circle. Hands it to Richardson, over to Madkin, over to Lobo, back up to Richardson, and Beasley dribbles into the paint. Dribbles back out, hands it to Lobo. Lobo to Madkin, he shoots a long three, rims out, no good. Back come the Tigers on the attack. Martin goes all the way in, and he just plows over Martin. And that'll be a foul on Martin. That'll be his first personal. 5th team foul, 15:02. Here's the Eagles ball. Beasley will be bringing it up. Coach Romero not real happy at the moment. Beasley to Richardson. Richardson goes around a pick set by Lobo, and it's going to be an offensive foul as Lobo is moving on that pick. That's Lobo's first foul of the game. Eagles' first team foul. Jordan into the game now for the Tigers. Inbounds it to Martin. Martin bring it up with Madkin on him. Back to Williams. Williams back up top to Martin. Martin pulls back out, 6 on the shot clock, gets it inside to Warren, then kicks it back out to Lasagi, and he scores a long three-pointer. Now we're going to have a timeout call by the Tigers. It's Eagle lead 12-10 at the 14-16 mark here in the first half. Eagles shooting 5-11 for 45%. The Tigers are shooting 3 of 4. They've only gotten off 4 shots, though, for 75%. Eagles 2 of 4 for 50% behind the three-point line, where the Tigers are 1 of 1. 5 turnovers by the Tigers, 2 for the Eagles. That's the big thing at the moment. And 5 team fouls on the Tigers, 1 for the Eagles. Points in the paint, 6 for the Eagles, 2 for the Tigers. 7 second chance points for the Eagles, 2 for the Tigers. And points off the turnover, 6 for the Eagles, 3 for the Tigers. It'll be Eagles ball as Lobo throws it into Beasley, and they'll head back up the other direction with it. Beasley to Madkin to Richardson. Richardson to Lobo. Lobo back up top to Madkin to Richardson. Richardson looks underneath, finds a wing with Madkin on it. He delivers in the paint. Back out to Richardson on the wing. His shot from 3 points, no good. Osaki with his second rebound for the Tigers. And back they come. Double teamed is Williams, and their whistle's going to blow. And what's timeout call by the Tigers as Martin or Williams. Eagles already back out on the floor as it was only a 20-second timeout, 30-second timeout. Tigers with the ball. Williams looks underneath. Now throws it in the corner to Jordan. Jordan gets it inside to Warren. Shot put up no good. It's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Eagles. Eagles have full lineup changes. The starters are back into the game now. Williams for the Eagles crosses half-court line, sets up the offense. 12-10 still, favor of the Eagles. Gordon to Casey Cole, hands it back to Diaz, to Sean Scott. Sean drives into the paint, Tried to pass it over Williams, but it was deflected by Martin out of bounds for the Tigers, so it'll be Eagles ball on the far side. Diaz inbounds the ball for the Eagles. Rip hands the ball to him, and he gets it into Gordon. Gordon to Williams. Williams walked with the ball. Swinging the ball, and as he's swinging the ball, moving his feet with that swing. Jordan Diaz on him. Williams Diaz on him. Kicks it to the far side to Martin. He dances around. Sean Scott on him. Williams for the Eagles comes out with a shot, goes in. There's going to be a foul called, and he scores. And that foul is going to go on Martin. That's going to be Martin's second foul. Martin, I believe, kind of twisted his ankle a while ago when he was bringing the ball up. He's going to take a seat. And number 10, Pollard, checks back into the game. Williams is at the line to shoot one. His shot's in the air, and that is no good. Asagi with the rebound for the Tigers. Shot put up by Williams, no good, and Eagles come away with it. Williams headed back up court, makes a move, goes all the way in, shoots, and just misses. Fight for the rebound. Williams for the Tigers comes away with it, and he just ran over Victor Diaz, and he's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be his second foul. That's a 17th foul now at the 12:09 mark. So to keep your eye on there. Here goes Williams for the Eagles. To Gordon. Looks inside to Casey Cole. Casey puts the ball on the floor, goes in, shoots, misses. Osagi looks inside, finds Daniels, and Daniels is going to be fouled by Casey Cole. That's Cole's first foul of the game.
Cole, his first personal. Second team foul. At the line shooting 2.
So Daniels is at the line shooting 2. His first one's in the air, and that is no good. Hard off the back rim. Getting ready for his second one. That's in the air, and that one's no good. Casey Cole. Casey Cole was there for the rebound, but it was deflected out by Central Christian Tiger, and back comes, and now we're going to have a whistle blow. And what's the call? Don't know. I think it's a clock issue. I think it was a shot clock issue because they set it back to 28, and now we're back to action. Diaz, far corner, back to Williams up top. Williams splits the defense and gets a Scott back to Diaz. He'll shoot a long arcing three. That was an air ball. Ard grabbed the air shot, comes back up court. He shoots, and that's no good. Almost air ball, but I think Sean Scott got a little bit of it. Williams into the paint, then he tries to make a pass, and it's going to go out of bounds as he was trying to find Jordan. Jordan had cut to the basket and wasn't where Williams thought he was going to be. Gordon inbounds it to Williams. Williams handling the point duties. Sean Scott, far side to Jordan, back to Williams. Williams' pass cross court was stolen by Jordan as he's trying to find Diaz in the corner. Inside pass to Kamunji. And then we're going to have Kamunji on a foul as he went over the top of Williams for the Eagles. And So Kaminja, that was his first 18 foul. And that'll send the Eagles to the line at the 10:47 mark to shoot 1-1. So Williams will be going to the line to shoot that 1-1. Mayon's back in the game along with Madkin for the Eagles. Also, Lobo's back into the game. Beasley will be checking in when he gets a chance for Williams. Williams made the first one. 15-10 lead. This could be 16 in and out. Tigers grab the rebound. Martin hands the ball to Jordan. Jordan tries to go around Williams. Williams holding up. Jordan goes into the lane, makes a nice pass, but Ard got caught on the rim and couldn't put it in from a reverse layup. Williams with the long three, nothing but net for the Eagles. Three ball from deep by Williams, 18-10. Jordan, Sean Scott fell over. Shot put up, no good. Mayon on the rebound ahead to Sean Scott. Sean goes all the way in, gets fouled, and he scores. Foul's going to be called on Daniels. That'll be his first foul. Good action there by the Eagles. Now they've got a 10-point lead, 20-10, with Sean Scott going to the line to shoot. Beasley checks in for Williams for the Eagles. Shot by Sean Scott is good, and he's going to check out as Richardson checks in for him. Full court pressure being applied by the Eagles. And Mackin over the top of Martin fouled him.
Number one, Mackin, his first personal. 13th foul.
Jordan inside to Ard. Ard going up against Richardson, comes across half-court line, goes all the way into the paint, tries to make a pass into Daniels, and it went off of Beasley's foot and out of bounds. Tigers ball underneath their own basket. Martin will inbounds it, waits for him to set up, and now he's ready to inbounds it. Far corner to Jordan. Jordan dribbles back up top. Lobo picks him up, dribbles behind his back. Dribbles into the paint, lays up a shot, misses, but he's fouled by Lobo. Lobo's second foul here. It'll be the fourth team foul, 9:32.
His second personal. Fourth team foul.
Jordan will be at the line to shoot two.
Jordan.
Jordan's first shot is in the air, and that's good. Second one in the air, and that one's no good. Lobo pulls down the rebound for the Eagles. Beasley hunting for somebody past two, finally finds Richardson. Richardson to Lobo in the paint, and there's going to be walking on Lobo. He kind of fell off balance and had to take a couple steps. Tigers back on the attack, and nice block from behind Richardson as number 10, Ard, was making a move toward the basket, thought he had an easy layup. First half, Richardson far side, bounce pass into Beasley. Beasley gets fouled. That foul's going to go on Ard. That'll be his third foul already, so he's going to have to take a seat here at the 8:57 mark.
Ard His third person. 10th team foul.
Jalen Simpson gets up, and he'll check into the game for him. Simpson, a guard, 6'5", from Texas City, Texas, and we've got a timeout called by the Eagles. Eagles up 21-11 here at the 8:57 mark. Eagles now are shooting 8-18 for 44%. The Tigers cooled down. They're now only 4-13 for 30%. From three-point land, the Eagles are 3-7 for 42%. The Tigers are 2-4 for 50%. Leading scorer for the Eagles is Williams with 9 points. Rebound leader is Cole with 3, and assist leader is Sean Scott with 3. For the Tigers, Martin's the leading scorer with 5 points. Lasagi with 2 rebounds, and Ard with 1 assist so far. Also, Warren has an assist. Rebounds are almost even, 10 for the Tigers, 9 for the Eagles. 4 of those 9 being offensive for the Eagles, and the Tigers have 2 offensive rebounds. So Beasley's at the line shooting 2. Shots in the air, and he misses the first one. Beasley gets ready for the second. And he makes the second one. So that's Beasley's first point of the game. Williams on Martin. Gets double teamed by Mayon. Then he gets a pass off to Jordan. Jordan goes into the paint, makes a nice pass. Jordan grabbed the missed shot that Simpson put up, and it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Tigers. Simpson had an easy shot, just put a little bit too much arc on it. Jordan inbounding the ball, gets it into Martin. Richardson on him. Martin dribbles around, turns, forces his way in, shoots and misses. Mayon grabs a rebound for the Eagles and gets it to Beasley. Quickly up to Richardson. Richardson with Simpson on him. Now he goes into the paint. Back to Mayon, back to Gordon, to Mackin. Mackin bounce pass into Mayon. Mayon spins, and there's going to be a block call on Simpson. And that's going to send Mayon to the line to shoot 2.
Number 21, Simpson, his first personal. At the line shooting 2, Mayon.
Mayon with his first free throw. Ball's in the air, and that is good. First 2 points. Ball rolls around, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Gordon and belong to the Tigers. And we have the starting lineup coming back in for the Eagles, except for Gordon. And coming into the game is Gonzalez for the Eagles for the first time. Lasagi tries to go around Gonzalez, and he's called for the foul.
His first personal.
It's his first foul of the game. 15 foul, 7:45 mark. Tigers will inbound it from underneath their own basket. Throw out front to Martin. Here to the near corner to Simpson, back up top to Martin. Back to Simpson, inside to Asagi. He backs in on Gonzalez and kicks it back out for a long 3 by Martin. That's no good. Sean Scott up to Williams for the Eagles. Williams to Gonzalez, back to Sean Scott to Diaz. Diaz going to drive in hard, and his shot's going to be blocked and knocked out of bounds by Warren. It'll still be Eagles ball. Diaz gets the inbound pass. Far side to Sean Scott. Sean takes the move. They're going to call him for walking. Took a step on that head fake. Called him for it. Martin goes into the paint. Nice pass inside, and good use of the back door by Warren to score that point. That's Warren's first basket of the game. Gonzalez to Diaz. Diaz dribbles in, gives it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes hard, tried to make a pass to Casey Cole. Not a very good pass as it was deflected and stolen away. Back comes the Tigers, and Lasagi scores on a fast break, and he gets fouled. Fouls on Sean Scott. That's going to be his first foul of the game. That's going to send Lasagi to the line to shoot one, and they're back within 9. This will get him within 8 if he makes this one. Lasagi bounces the ball a couple of times, puts the ball in the air, and it is short. Rebound pulled down, though, by Warren. Gets it back to Lasagi. He puts up a long 3, and he nails it. Lasagi with 10 points now. Sean Scott over to Williams, back to Diaz, and Diaz walked. Not good sequence there by the Eagles. Back to Martin, pass inside to Lasagi, and we're going to have walking called. Could have had a foul call as he just blasted Casey Cole. Williams up to Scott for the Eagles. 24-18, 6-point lead. Gordon back to Sean Scott, to Diaz, to Casey Cole. Casey back to Williams, to a wide open Gordon, who's going to let a 3 loose, and he buries it. Good shot by Gordon for his 6th point of the game. Eagle air ball there by Gordon at the 5:40 mark. Puts him back up by 9. Pass over the top of Sensum's head as Jordan threw that one out of bounds. Back comes Eagles with the ball. Chance to go back up by 10, 11, 12 points. Gordon in the far corner. He's going to let loose another 3, and he buries that one. Gordon with 9 points now, along with Williams, both leading scorers for the Eagles. Shot put up, no good by Martin. Back come the Eagles, 2-1. Sean Scott with a nifty move, but he can't finish. Warren all the way back up, 3-point shot put up and left short by Martin, grabbed his own rebound. Finds Lasagi on the far side. Puts up a 3, misses that. Sean Scott with the rebound for the Eagles. Gets it to Gordon, to Diaz. Diaz goes in, lays up a shot, no good. Casey Cole there with the ball, misses his shot. Lasagi with the rebound. 3rd rebound for Lasagi to go with his 10 points. Martin goes around. Casey Cole, pass inside. Great looking pass to Warren. He scores easily. So now we're going to have a timeout called at the 4:22 mark. Eagles are up by 10, 30-20. And the timeout called by the Eagles. So here at the 4:22 mark, Eagles up on top 30-20. Williams and Gordon for the Eagles are leading scorers with 9 points. Leading rebound is Casey Cole with 5 rebounds, and Scott with 4 assists for the Tigers. Lasagi with 10 points, Warren with 3 rebounds, and Warren with 2 assists. So we're ready back to action. Beasley with the ball as the next unit is back in, except for Gordon now, who's still in. Madkin to Beasley, looks in for Mayon, gets it inside to him. Lasagi on him. Mayon dribbles in, spins, turns, puts up a right-hand hook. That's no good. Back line. Mayon with his second is now 4 for 4, but we have the free throw is going to be called off as there was a lane violation for Mayon, I believe. So 31-20, Eagle lead over the Tigers. 4:02 left here in the first half. Well played game by both teams. Martin hands it to Jordan. Jordan goes all the way into the paint, puts it up, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Mackin and belong to the Tigers. Good call there by the refs. Martin will inbound the ball for the Tigers. Kicks it all the way out. Front to Kamanji. Gonzalez on him. Martin goes in, runs over Gonzalez, no foul call, and misses his shot. Kamunji picking up a ball that was just right there in his hands and easy for him to put back. Gonzalez into Richardson to Mayon. Mayon spins, makes his move on Kamunji, then he kicks it back out to Mackin, and Mackin drills a an Eagle air three ball from long range, and now we've got a foul called underneath. Beasley on that foul call. That's his first. 17 foul. So that'll put Martin on the line to shoot 1 and 1. 3:18 left. Eagles were in the 1-1 early before 10 minutes was even over in the first half here. Martin makes the first one. Chance to get it back to 10 if he makes this one. And he does. 34-24. Mackin over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes in. Makes a great move. Just misses his left-handed layup. And Simpson came down with the rebound for the Tigers. Martin back up court. Beasley on him. Osagi hands it to Simpson. Simpson goes in, makes a cross-court pass. Three-point shot put up no good. We're going to have a call on the floor, and that's going to go on Richardson for the Eagles. That'll be his first foul.
His first personal.
So that'll send Tigers to the line. That'll be Simpson going to the line to shoot 1 and 1. 2:47 left. Simpson's first shot is no good, so he doesn't get the back end of it. Gonzalez with the rebound for the Eagles. Gave it to Richardson. Back to Beasley, to Mackin, to Gonzalez. Back to Richardson. Richardson stops, shoots, no good. Wasn't close on that one. Gets it back to Martin. Martin goes all the way in. We're going to have a foul called, and that's going to be on Beasley. That'll send Martin back to the line. That'll shoot 1 and 1.
Number 44, Beasley.
And he'll get 2 shots, as I say. We was in the act of shooting.
At the line shooting 2, Martin.
First shot is good. Back to within 9 now. Substitution, Sean Scott. Gordon come back in for the Eagles, along with Williams. Martin's second shot, that's good. Back to within 8 at the 2:28 mark. Williams being guarded full court. And Gordon's pass, as he was trying to get it up court, was deflected and taken away by the Tigers. Osaki fakes it, could have been called for a walk, goes back door and scores. And sorry, that wasn't Osaki, that was Kaminjia with a great play there. Now we're going to have Williams get double teamed and a timeout called by the Eagles. So at the 2:03 mark, we're down to within 6 points now, 34-28. Eagles Up by 13 at one point, now back within 6 as they have fought hard to get back to this point, the Tigers have. All right, so it'll be a ball over on the far side. Matkin's going to inbound the ball. Gets it into Gordon in the far corner. Gordon into Sean Scott. Sean spins, gets double teamed, but gets a pass off. Williams no good on his pass. Jordan with the rebound for the Tigers. Back they come. Long three put up by Simpson. That's good. 3-point lead now for the Eagles. Minute 44 left. Williams with the ball for the Eagles. Sets up the offense. Calls out play one. Dances around. Gets it to Gordon. Inside to Mayon. Mayon gets himself open and scores. Good job by Mayon to let Martin fly by him and then had an easy shot at that point. Mayon with 5 points in the game. Bad pass by Martin. 2-on-1, Williams back to Scott. Scott goes in, misses a shot, and Kamunji comes away with the rebound. 2-on-1, going in all the way and blocked by Mayon on Jordan. So back come the Eagles, 3-on-2. Matkin with the long three, that's short. Ball's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Tigers. Simpson will inbounds the ball as Eagles going to apply full court pressure, token full court pressure. As Williams for the Eagles is on Martin. Martin easily breaks it. 42 seconds left in the first half. Hands it to Daniels. Daniels pass inside. Spinning, shot put up, no good. And then right there for the rebound and put it back in is Daniels, and we've got a 3-point lead now, 36-33 for the Eagles. 26 seconds left on the shot, a second between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams more than satisfied to just sit out there for a little bit. As they're virtually even. Williams 9 seconds, here we go. Goes in, gets it to Gordon. Gordon with the long three, nothing but net. And that's going to be the end of your first half. The Eagles up on top by 6 now, 39-33. So as both teams go to the locker rooms, we will let our stats here recalculate, and then we'll give the halftime stats. All right, the Eagles shot 13-32 from the field for 40%, while the Tigers shot 12 of 33 for 36%. From the three-point line, the Eagles are 7 of 13 for 53%, while the Tigers were 4 of 10 for 40%. Free throws, the Eagles shot 10 of them, made 6 for 60%, while the Tigers shot 10 of them, made 5 of them for 50%. Tigers are out rebounding the Eagles by 5. They've got 21, while the Eagles have 16. Eagles had 5 offensive, 11 defensive rebounds, while the Tigers had 7 offensive and 14 defensive rebounds. Eagles lead in the assist department 9-5. Tigers had 3 steals versus the Eagles 1. Turnovers evenly matched, 11 for the Tigers, 10 for the Eagles. Blocks, Eagles have had 3 blocks compared to 1 for the Tigers. Team fouls, 12 for the Tigers, 9 for the Eagles. Bench scoring, almost even. Eagles lead it 11-10. Points in the paint, Tigers have that 14-12 over the Eagles. Second chance points, Tigers have that one 9-7. Points off of turnovers, Eagles lead that category 14-11. For the Eagles, leading scorer on the game is Gordon with 12 points. He's made 4 of 5 from three-point land. All of his shots has been from 3 points, so that's good shooting from 3 points there. Next up is 9 points with Michael Williams. He's done that on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3-point. And then from there, it's Hodgepodge, Mayon with 5 and 3 by several other players. Leading rebounder for the Eagles is Cole, Casey Cole with 5 rebounds, followed up by 3 with Sean Scott. Leading assists, Sean Scott with 4 for the Eagles. For the Tigers, leading scorers, Osagi with 10 points. Osagi has done that on 4 or 5 shooting from the field goals. He's 2 of 3 from the 3-point land. He missed his only free throw. 9 points by Cam Martin. He's done that on 2 of 8 shooting. He's on the game. We're going to take about a 10-minute break with Eagles up on top, 39-33. Come back and join us for second half action for Eagle basketball.
second personal. Red line shooting 2, Cole.
Back to action here. Cole's at the line, shooting 2. Eagles now up on top, 39-33. This is his first one. This is the second one, so 6-point lead. It'll be Eagle ball on the far side. Diaz to inbounds it. Gets it to Cole, who hands it to Williams. Williams drives in, goes all the way around and scores. Great burst of speed and fast first step to score there. Martin for the Tigers. Tries to go around Williams. Williams stops him. Gets it to Osagi. Williams with the steal. Great pass up ahead to Sean Scott, who scores. He goes back up 43-33. 10-point lead that quick. Long 3 put up and good by Martin. Illegal pickup. Tigers inbounded over to Ard. Ard with 3 fouls, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for the Tigers. Pass over to Martin. Martin with a long 3. That one's no good. Sean Scott comes away with ball, and then we have a collision, and what's this going to be called? I think that's going to be called on Ard, and that's going to be Ard's 4th foul.
Number 10, Ard.
So he's going to have to sit quickly.
Second team foul.
Checking back in for him. Is not sure who that is, to be quite honest with you, because number 1 was scratched off our list, so we'll have to just kind of see who that is. Whistle, illegal pick by Gordon. That's his first foul of the game.
13 foul.
Going up and scoring is Williams. 5-point game now as it's back and forth. Ball taken away by Tigers. Back comes Martin. Martin behind the back dribble, goes into the paint, lays up a shot off the backboard, and that's good. 3-point game. Sean Scott goes in the lane, makes a nice move and scores. Martin goes in, puts up a high arcer, no good. And come down as rebound for the Tigers was Warren, and then Tigers kicks it out and they score. Now we're going to have a foul call, and that's going to be a blocking foul on the Tigers. That foul is on Jordan. His 3rd team foul. And that's his first foul. So Mackin back into the game, and Beasley for the Eagles, along with Mayon and Lobo. Beasley brings the ball across the half-court line from the inbounds pass, and fakes pass to Mackin. He spins, and then we're going to have foul on Beasley, pushing off as he went in. Beasley's third foul. And then ball went out of bounds by Jordan as he was trying to throw it into Martin. Just not enough room over on that far side and went out. So it's Eagles ball. Back and forth, Lobo. Back up top to Beasley. Beasley to Scott. To Mackin. Mackin hands it to Scott. Near wing, inside to Mayon. Nice pass to Mackin. Mackin's shot, though, as he went for a reverse layup, was blocked, and ball comes out of there, and the Eagles come up with it. Lobo puts up a shot and gets it off and scores before the shot clock goes off. Big shot there by Lobo. That's Lobo's 4th point of the game. Tigers miss shots from point blank range, and back comes Beasley. Beasley shots put up, no good. Sean Scott's there for the rebound and puts it back in. Scott with 7 points on the game now. Pass over the far wing to Jordan. He goes in. Shot put up, no good. Mayon with the rebound out to Matkin. Matkin breaks up court, makes a nice move in, and he scores. Timeout's going to be called by the Tigers. With the score 51-42, Coach Romero upset, wanting a foul called. And away it goes. The Eagles, 19 of 40, 47%. 16 of 43 for the Tigers for 37% from field goal. 3-point, Eagles are still shooting over 50%, 7 of 13. 5 of 12 for the Tigers. Gordon, the leading scorer for the Eagles still with 12 points. Scott with 6 rebounds, and Scott has 4 assists. Leading scorers Martin for the Tigers, Warren with 4 rebounds, and Ard with 2 assists. Nice music being played by the band here at Southwestern Christian University, and we're getting ready to go back to action. Tigers inbound the ball. Token man-on-man, full court pressure. Mackin. And Beasley did a good job as Williams broke free and was about to make an easy layoff, and Beasley knocked it out of his hands, out of bounds. Tigers the ball. Pass over in the far corner to Jordan. Jordan brings it back up top. Ball put up and knocked back in. I believe that is Osagi who knocked that back in. Beasley, ball kick goes out of bounds, going to belong to the Eagles. 15:03 left, 51-44, Eagle lead. Beasley to inbound the ball. Gets it in easily to Mackin. Mackin walked with the ball as he started his. Tigers will inbound the ball. Far side. Jordan inbounds it to Martin. Martin going to bring it up against Mackin. Gets across half court line. He's going to go in all the way. Throws up shot, falls down, trying to draw in a foul. Nobody touched him. Back come the Eagles. Richardson in the game, goes all the way, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul as him and trying to see who it is he collided with. That's his second foul. 15 foul here at the 14:46. That's something to keep an eye on. And it was Williams he ran over. So the Tigers will inbound the ball. Jordan to inbounds it. Hunt for somebody. Barely got it in before the 5-second count to Martin. Martin up court. To Warren. Warren looks underneath Osaki, kicks it out to Martin. Martin with a three-point shot put up by Williams. That was no good. We're going to have a foul underneath. That's going to be on Beasley. That'll be his fourth foul.
His fourth person. 16 foul.
Williams is back up, checking in for Beasley. Ball thrown out front to Warren for the Tigers. Over to Martin on the far wing. Looks underneath for Osaki. Lobo covers him up. Ned gets out to Osaki behind the three-point line. He dribbles into the paint, makes a nice little move, but can't make the layup. Lobo up to Richardson. Richardson to Mayon. Mayon holds on the ball. Back to Richardson. He pulls up and shoots from the side. No good. Ball corralled by Warren for the Tigers. Williams goes into the paint. Shoots no good. That was by Martin, not Williams. Back to our Williams for the Eagles up court. Inside to Mayon. Mayon spins, kicks it, and we're going to have walking called on Mayon. Coming into the game is Kamunji and Daniels for the Tigers as Asagi and Warren take a seat. 51-44, 13:30 left here. Jordan to Williams. Williams. Sean Scott on him. Sean goes in. Cross court to Martin. Pass inside. And the shot was missed by Kamunji. Now Jordan for the Eagles inside to Casey Cole. Casey spins. Nice pass to Diaz. Diaz misses from point blank, and back come the Tigers with the ball. Daniels ran that down. Shot put up and scored from the inside by Martin. Casey Cole on the inside, way too hard off the backboard. 5-point lead for the Eagles, and back come the Tigers with the ball. Far side to Jordan. Jordan dances around, goes in, and Jordan's going to be called for the foul. That'll be his second foul.
Jordan, his second personal. Fourth team foul.
Diaz across the paint. To Williams, back over to Diaz. Sean Scott on the far wing, dribbles into the paint, makes a move, kicks it to wide open Williams for a long three. That's no good. Bad pass as Daniels had fallen. Back come the Eagles. Diaz scores with an easy breakaway. .53-46. Ball nearly stolen. Nearly stolen again by Williams. Martin drives into the lane, puts up a floater and scores. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Tigers at the 11-17 mark. .53-48. Eagles still being led in scoring by Gordon. Scott still the rebounding leader and assist leader. Martin with 18 points now for the Tigers, and Warren with 5 rebounds. Ard with 2 assists. So it'll be Eagle ball from the far end. Lobo will inbounds it to Williams. And we're back to action. So Lobo at the line to shoot. Shots in the air. Point lead. 11:05 left. Tigers bringing the ball up. Pressure being applied in a 1-2-2 type of zone. And cross-court pass is stolen away by Sean Scott as Martin was trying to get it across court to Simpson. Williams passed the inside to Casey Cole, was stolen, and then we're going to have an offensive foul called on Williams. That'll be his third foul as he just flattened Lobo.
Williams, his third personal. 16 foul.
Both teams at 16 fouls here at the 10:45 mark. And we're going to have a little maintenance done on the floor by Diaz as he wipes up a little perspiration off the floor. Again, thank you for joining us today from Southwestern Christian University. Got 29 of you watching us, and we appreciate that. Lobo nearly lost control of it. Don't know that he was expecting that pass. Diaz drives into the paint, goes all the way and scores, and he's fouled. And that foul is going to go on Daniels, and that'll be his third foul.
Foul number 3, Daniels.
17th foul.
17th foul. At the line shooting 1, Diaz.
So again, the Eagles will be, of course, he gets a single shot here as he made the shot, but the Eagles are back into the bonus before 10 minutes have gone down here in the half. High archer is good. 59-48, back up to 9-point lead for the Eagles. Foul going to be called on Williams. That'll be his second.
His second personal. 17th foul. At the line shooting 101, Williams.
So Williams to the line, ball in the air, and it is good. And we're going to have a foul called. Who's that going to be called on?
Foul number 14,
Going to be on Mayon for the Eagles. That'll be his first personal, and that's going to get Simpson as we're now in the 1-1-2. So Simpson's going to shoot 1-1 for the Tigers. Misses it. That's a big miss. Mayon grabs the rebound. Mackin gets fouled by Simpson on the floor.
Foul number 21, Simpson. His second person. 18 foul. The line shooting 1-on-1, Matkin.
The line to shoot. And misses a shot. Back come the Tigers. Long three put up, no good. Jumping for the rebound, it's going to belong to the Eagles as Martin missed that long three. Mayon buries it from the free throw line, back up to a 12-point lead. Martin. And the ball's going to be almost stolen by Lobo, and now they call a foul on him. Not happy about that one. So now Williams will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Shot is good. Gets ready for the second one, and that one's good. Salikas Remy's in the game now for the Eagles. Getting some playing time. Matkin with the long three, hard off the back of the rim, no good. Warren comes down with the rebound. Back up court comes Williams, and Mayon's going to get called on the foul as Williams was shooting the ball. Hit him hard. He went down hard was Williams, and that's Mayon's second foul. Williams taking his time, shaking his wrist, walks up, and now he's ready to shoot. Shot's up and good. Now we're going to have it's going to be called off because Williams was across the free throw line, so that free throw doesn't count. Shakes his head. Can't believe it. Puts up the second one, that's good. Looks over at the ref and turns around, walks up the court. Beasley. To Mayon. Mayon. Now going to be calling a Sasaki, and he didn't agree with that at all. Nearly got a technical foul called on him as he was holding Salikas, as Salikas made a move underneath. So Salikas Remy will be at the line to shoot two. Now it's 1-1. They change it. Need these. 61-52. Put it back up above 10. He misses it. Back rimmed it. Tigers come away with the rebound. Williams in, backs out. Goes in, backs out, fires up a shot that's the air ball. It's going to go out of bounds off the Eagles and still belong to the Tigers. Eight seconds on the shot clock as they inbounds it. 8:18 in the game. Out to Osaki. He makes a nice move inside, lays it up, but he's underneath the basket, couldn't score it. Back come the Eagles. And Beasley did a great job taking it all the way to the hoop. He's being contested, but he did a good job using his body to shield off the defender and put in the layup. Now Beasley's going to be called for the foul, and that's going to be the fifth one, and he's going to be out of the game.
His fifth personal.
So wholesale lineups getting ready to come in.
Williams.
And the starting lineup is going to be back in the game now as Cole, Gordon, Sean Scott, Diaz, and Williams is back there. Back in. 11-point lead for the Eagles. Williams' first shot is in the air, and it bounds in. Makes both of them. Back come the Eagles. Diaz on the far side to Gordon up top to Sean Scott. Looks underneath. Casey Cole. Casey Cole now comes out and sets a pick. Sean Scott goes in, loses control. Regains it, kicks it out to Williams. Williams now going to go in all the way. Bounce pass to Diaz in the corner. He got some space. Nice pass to Scott, and Scott gets it to jump over the front of the rim and scores. Martin up top to Williams. Williams dances around now, passes over to Saki for a wide open three, and he left that one short. Diaz comes down with the rebound and gets it up to Williams. Williams across half-court line, back to Diaz. It hits him in the hands and goes out of bounds. Coach John Mack up, talking to his team. Ard back in the game with 4 fouls. To Martin. Martin dribbles into the paint, stops, and he gets fouled. Oh, no foul. Been foul called up, and Sean 25 left, 65-54. Let him hurry. Palming the ball. John Mack telling the ref that number 4 and number 2 for them have done the very same thing. Martin bringing it up for the Tigers. To Ard. Ard looking across the top. Spins, goes in, puts up a shot, no good. Osaki is there and puts it back in over the top of Diaz. Gordon over to Diaz on the far side, asking who's going to come help him. Now he goes into the paint, goes all the way in, throws up a shot, scores, and he gets fouled. That foul's going to go on Martin. That'll be his third foul.
Foul number 2, Martin, his third personal. 10th team foul. At the line shooting 1, Diaz.
So Diaz will go to the line to shoot 1 free throw with a 11-point lead. And Diaz back rims that one, comes bouncing way out, and the Tigers grab the rebound, head back up court. Tigers are a good team. They got some athletes on it. Hard. Pass over to the far corner. 3-point shot put up. No good. Diaz with the rebound for the Eagles. And loses control. Going to go out of bounds. And why would you be calling from that end when you got a ref 5 feet away? But it's going to belong to the Tigers. Martin inbounds it. Gets it to Warren. Warren now, and he's going to be fouled by Casey Cole. That'll be Cole's second foul. Eagles still shooting over 50% from field goal range. They haven't attempted a 3 in a while. Warren will be at the line to shoot 2. Warren shots in the air, and it's no good. 67-56. Makes the second one. 10-point lead now. Williams to Lobo, back to Williams. Gets double teamed, trying to get it over, and he does to Sean Scott. Sean Scott goes up 3-on-1, back to Sean Scott, but great defense by Williams as he nearly just flat out of bounds. It'll be Eagle ball. Sean Scott over to Williams here in the wing, right below us. Looks over the end, now he dribbles in, nice move. It's wide open and he scores. His first step is one of the best there is. Lasaki with the long 3, he buries that one. And then we're gonna have a whistle and timeout called by the Tigers head coach, Tony Romero. So at the 4:35, we're coming down the stretch. Eagles have a 9-point lead, 69-60. Just kind of looking over the stats, see if anything stands out. 20 of 59 for 33% for the Tigers. Field goal shooting only 5 of 15 for 33% from three-point line. 27 of 53 for the Eagles for 50%, and they're 7 of 15 from behind the three-point line for 46%. Neither team shooting very well from the free throw line, as the Tigers have shot 12 of 20 for 60%. The Eagles only 8 of 17 for 47%. Even rebounds. Eagles 13 assists, 6 for the Tigers. Steals are 5 apiece. Eagles with three more turnovers, 21-18. Eagles have 3 blocks. So here we go, back to action. Diaz, nice to Lobo. Lobo lays it up and in. Back to 11-point lead. Ard with 4 fouls, bringing the ball up on Diaz. Kicks it over to Martin. Martin dribbles back up top. Looking at get double team now over the top to Asagi. Back in the far corner to Williams. Williams dribbles in, gets double team, tries to get it out to Martin. Martin's three-point shot's no good. Tigers grab the rebound. Another three-point shot put up, and that one's no good. And stepping out of bounds with it, he was trying to steal it from Diaz, is Williams. Sean Scott dribbles in, leaves his shot short, but There was Casey Cole with a great save and got it back to Sean, who scored then. Nearly stolen by Sean Scott, and he knocks it off of Williams' foot, and it belongs back to the Eagles. Diaz to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Williams over on the far wing. Williams dribbles back up top, calls out play one. Casey Cole comes up to set a pick. Sets a pick, and then Williams slides in, puts up a shot, and buries it. Williams with 15 points for the Eagles. He's the leading scorer. Oh, it's nice defense by Lobo, and he stopped Warren from going in and knocked it over to Diaz, and then Martin fouls Diaz, and that's going to be Martin's fourth foul, and Diaz will go to the line to shoot two, so we're up to a 15-point lead with 2:33. Game should be in hand at this particular point. Diaz sinks these, it'll put it 17-point lead. So he misses them, 75-60, 2:31 left. It'll be the Tigers' ball. Martin bringing it up. Pass underneath to Warren. Warren loses control of it out of bounds, and now we're going to have a talk, and now they reverse the call. It'll be Tigers' ball. The ref on the baseline called it Eagles, and the one from 30 feet away said it was Tigers. Nice pass to Soggy underneath, and he scores. We're going to have a timeout called by the Tigers. 2:20 left, 13-point lead for the Eagles. Williams, 15 points. Diaz, 11 points. And Scott with 11 points for the Eagles. They're your leading scorers. Cam Martin with 18. For the Tigers, he's the only one in double figures. 8 for TJ Williams. Rebounds. 6 by Sean Scott. 7 by Cedric Warren for the Tigers. 5 assists by Sean Scott for the Eagles. And 4 assists by Cam Martin and Paul Ard. Paul Ard is 0 for 7 from the field. Of course, he has had 4 fouls, hadn't had much time in the game. Picked up 3 early and picked up his 4th one early in the second half. And I'm sorry, Osagi has 19 points. They just now reposted that, so he's the leading scorer for the Tigers, and he's got 5 rebounds. Diaz kicks it over to Williams. He's going to set it up. Makes a move. Bounces back, makes another move, bounces back. 17 on the shot clock, gets over Sean Scott. They try to double team Sean, but he gets rid of the ball. Sean drives in over to Gordon. Gordon makes a move in, throws up a right-hand hook, no good. And Williams with the rebound and throws it to Scott. Scott missed a point-blank shot, and as Casey Cole come down with the ball, he got fouled. Foul's going to be on Osagi. That'll be his 4th foul. So they've got Martin, Ard, and Osagi with 4 fouls. Cole's at the line to shoot 2. 13-point lead, 1:50 left. Shots in the air, and it's good. Good free throw there by Casey Casey can struggle there at times, but that's a big make. Second one is no good. Martin for the Tigers grabs the rebound, comes back up court. Williams on him, makes a move toward the basket, spins and loses control to Diaz. Diaz breaks up court, and he's going to score. Martin tried to catch up with him, but he just couldn't get there. Ball's going to bounce around, and finally Williams comes up with it and scores from underneath. Thought it was going to go roll out of bounds there first. Oh my, Sean Scott got lazy on the pass to Lobo and picked off by Williams and scores, so you don't want to get sloppy here. 12-point lead, a minute 10 left, ball's in Williams' hands. Up to Lobo. Lobo gets across half-court line, gets double-teamed all the way over. Oh, they called walking? Coach Mack really animated over there. First time I've seen him quite that animated with his team. Williams shooting along three, air ball. Ard went high in the air trying to bounce it off, and Eagle couldn't get it. Back comes Lobo across half-court line. Gets double-teamed, and the ball stolen away by Ard. Ard's going to go down and score. The good news is there's only 40 seconds left in the game, and we still have a 10-point lead. The Eagles take a look at when they play next. They play here senior night. Last final games coming up at 6 and 8 o'clock. I'm looking for the date on that thing. And it doesn't give me a date, so sorry about that. But it'll be senior night when they play again. Eagles basketball. Diaz kicks it all the way back out to Williams, and that's going to be your game as Williams fouls Sean Scott. That'll be his fourth foul. So Scott's going to go to the line to shoot two. First shot is in the air, and it is no good. Shakes his head. He gets ready for his second. Ball's in the air, and that one is no good. Basagi with the rebound. Up court comes Williams quickly, goes all the way in. He's going to miss a shot. Ball back tap to Williams for the Eagles, and he's going to hold up. Good move. And that's going to be your ball game as they're backing off of Williams, and final score is going to be Eagles 78. And 68 for the Tigers. So, we're going to give you some stats, call it a night, call it a game, and get out of here. Eagles on the night shoot 31 to 61 for 50%, while the Tigers shoot 25 to 67 for 37%. Three-point line, the Eagles were 7 of 15 for 46%. The Tigers were 6 of 19 for 31%. Free throws, 23 free throws attempted by the Eagles. They only made 9 for 39%. Not a good night there. And then for the Tigers, 20 free throws, 12 of them made for 60%. Rebounds, tied up 36 apiece. Eagles with 10 offensive and 26 defensive rebounds, while the Tigers had 11 offensive and 25 defensive. Eagles with 15 assists compared to 7 for the Tigers. Steals were even at 7 apiece. The Eagles with 24 turnovers compared to 21 for the Tigers. 3 blocks for the Eagles, 1 by the Tigers. Team fouls, 21 for the Eagles, 25 for the Tigers. Bench scoring, 19 for the Eagles, 12 for the Tigers. Points in the paint, 44 Eagles, 36 for the Tigers. Second chance points, tied 13-13. Points off of turnovers, 27 for the Eagles, 22 for the Tigers. For the Eagles, leading scorer, Williams, 15 points. Michael did that on 6 of 9 shooting. He was 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 1 of 3 free throws. Victor Diaz with 13 points. He did that on 6 of 13 shooting, 0-1 from the three-point line. He only made 1 free throw. 11 points for Sean Scott. He did that on 5 of 10 shooting. Didn't attempt a free throw, and 1 of 3 from the three-point line. 7 points for Trevor Mayon. 5 for Darius Mackin. 12 for Jamiah Gordon. Left that one out. He did that 4 or 5. He made all those in the first half. 8 for Casey Cole. 4 for Austin Lobo, and 3 for David Beasley. Leading rebounder on the game for the Eagles with 5 was Sean Scott. 6 rebounds by Sean Scott, 5 by Victor Diaz, and actually Casey Cole, as it refreshes, had 8. So a pretty good rebounding distribution for the Eagles. Assists, 5 by Sean Scott and 3 by Michael Williams. For the Tigers, they were led in scoring by Cam Martin. He had 18 points on 6 of 8 shooting. He did 2 of 8 from behind the three-point line. He was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 19 points by Osagi. I keep losing him because he's down at the bottom of the list. He's the leading scorer. He did that on 8 of 13 shooting, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and missed his only free throw attempt. 12 points by TJ Williams, and then 5 by Kendrick Warren. Rebound leader, 7 by Warren, 6 by Osagi. Assist leader, 2 apiece from Ard and Warren. So that's your game tonight. We're really glad you've joined us from Southwestern Christian University. Both the men's and the ladies won tonight, which is a great thing for the Eagles. And the men's team now moves to 16 and 12 overall, and 9-9 in the conference. So we'll be back here in the next few days for senior night. I believe it's next Saturday. Don't hold me to that. It could be this Thursday. They just don't show it to me. All right, we appreciate you joining us. I hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. I've been Danny Nix, bringing you the play-by-play in color. We have to thank Matt Stevens, who is not the athletic director, but he does all the communications for the Southwestern Christian University. Without him, we wouldn't be successful. So thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you have a great evening. Thank you from Southwestern Christian University.